Welcome to BioQuick. Today in this session we'll be going through an overview of the chapter Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. Let us move on to the chart. Starting with the flower, as we all know, it is the structure of sexual reproduction in Angiosperms. A typical flower comprises of a calyx composed of sepals, corolla composed of petals, Andrecium, the male reproductive structure, and Gynasium, the female reproductive structure. Andrecium is represented by stamen, otherwise called as the microsporophyll. The stamen is made up of a long, slender, stalk-like structure called as filament, followed by at the tip there is anther, which is bilobed. The anther consists of 4 microsporangia, which develops into pollen sac. What is the ploidy of a pollen sac? It is diploid in nature. Pollen sac comprises of a sporogenous tissue, which will develop into pollen or microspore mother cell, and again the ploidy is diploid. The microspore mother cell will undergo meiotic divisions, that is microsporogenesis, resulting in the formation of a microspore tetrad, which is haploid, and all the 4 microspores are functional, and 4 microspores will develop into pollen grain. Pollen grain is the male gametophyte or the microgametophyte. And what is the ploidy of a pollen grain? It is haploid in nature. Moving on to the structure of the pollen grain, there are 2 cells. One is the generative cell and the other is vegetative cell. The vegetative cell is meant for nourishment and the generative cell is meant for the formation of male gametes by the process of mitosis. As a result of mitosis, 2 male gametes are formed, which are haploid in nature. Moving on to Gynasium. Gynasium is represented by the carpel or the pistil, otherwise called as a megasporophyll. Each carpel has a stigma, style, and an ovary. Ovary encloses ovule, which is diploid in nature, and ovule is otherwise called as the megasporangium. The ovule gives rise to megaspore mother cell, which is diploid in nature. The megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic divisions. Here it is called as megasporogenesis, resulting in the formation of megaspore tetrad. And what will be the ploidy of a megaspore tetrad? It will be haploid. The megaspore tetrad, only 1 megaspore is functioning and the other 3 degenerates. The functional megaspore undergoes a series of mitotic divisions and forms 8 nucleated 7-cell stage. And this 8 nucleated 7-cell stage, it is called as the embryo sac. This represents the female gametophyte or the megagametophyte. And what is the ploidy? Ploidy, it is haploid. Inside the embryo sac, the cells are oriented differently. 3 antipodals located at the chalazal end, 2 polar nuclei located at the center, and at the micropylar end there is the egg apparatus, which is comprising of 2 synergids and 1 egg cell. Now moving on to fertilization, the male gametes dispersed undergoes pollination and the pollen germination happens, and the male gametes migrates towards the female gametophyte for the purpose of double fertilization. Double fertilization, why it is called so? Because it involves 2 fusions. One is syngamy and the other one is triple fusion. What is syngamy? Syngamy is the fusion of the egg cell with one of the male gametes, resulting in the formation of zygote, which is diploid in nature, which will give rise to the multicellular embryo. What is triple fusion? It involves a fusion of the other male gamete with the polar nuclei, forming primary endosperm nuclei, which is triploid in nature, which develops into the future endosperm. The multicellular embryo, along with the endosperm, forms the seed. The seed will undergo germination to form the plant, and again the sporophyte begins, and which results in the formation of flower. So that is all about an overview of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Thank you.